Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to The Medium. Although the game should be called The Bad Choices in Game Design. It's bad. Okay, because I just
Is
went.
someone there?
Hi. I just went through the hot garbage insta fail section with the whatever the demon monster is, and it just underlined that the Bloober team, and frankly every horror developer ever, hasn't learned anything in since Outlast or whatever came out, to not have insta kill fail states in any horror game that's about, you know, atmosphere and storytelling and whatever. Immersion. No insta kills ever, really. It's always bad. It breaks immersion, and it breaks tension for no good reason. Sinners be damned. Blah, blah, blah.
Merry and happy. You're okay.
Sadness? Is that you? Are you okay? What was that thing? Hello?
Fine. Richard.
Richard? No, Sadness. The man I'm looking for is named Thomas. Who's Richard?
The day room.
Day room.
Right. That's interesting because
Are you
that
trying to show me the way?
that hints at the notion that Sadness either knows she's dead and I'm not, because she's contacting the living world and not her world, or she's at least aware that there's two simultaneous worlds. So. Okay, day room. Thoughts. I don't have a key. That's nice. I'm pretty sure I checked this already, but yeah. And also, while I was looking for information on this, it's apparently the music is made by Akira Yamaoka, which is the Silent Hill composer. I have to admit, I was probably just not paying attention, but it didn't stand to me, like, it didn't stand out to me, but now that I listen to it, at least in this scene, yeah, it sounds good. It sounds atmospheric, sure. It This scene reminds me in music less Silent Hill and more Killer is Dead, but those are composed by the same person. So, yep, that's also I've seen that before. Day room. Oh, okay, cool. Instinct doesn't do anything. That's fine. Okay, Family time. Holidays in the country. Sure wish I was on a holiday in the country and not wherever this is. I still feel that we should never have come here. The story didn't really... Like, she just felt like she should go. And that's why we're here. Like, okay. Yep, nothing here. At least nothing in the immediate of the inside. Alright, this door doesn't just magically open. I keep seeing it in my dreams, the other place, dust and death. As far as the eye can see, a feeling of nothingness tearing at my soul. I wake up choking, feeling the dust burning through my lungs. I beg for it to stop. He says there's no helping it. Then again, he would say that, wouldn't he? Okay. Ah, day room, but it looks like there's something in the... Yeah, I've seen the same poster before, but in a different place. That's the holiday poster again. Nothing anywhere. All right.
All right. What now?
Oh, and I forget, I think it was the Thomas whatever door sign, right? I forgot to mention it when I saw it, but considering the fact that I missed the hotspot, I'll probably do a second playthrough on my own for the collectible achievements if I miss any. Maybe. Well, we'll see, considering how hot garbage the insta-kill sections are, we'll see. But, that I missed it on the first look, and then it appeared as the hotspot on the second look. It wasn't the first time the game spawned a hotspot on a thing that wasn't a hotspot before, based on really arbitrary progression stuff that doesn't make any sense. That means that this game goes to the progression idea of that exploration is meaningless unless you're in the correct spot of exploration. What I'm trying to say is, now I explored the entire room, right? And then I went to see this and checked that it's locked. Now after I've seen it's locked, now the game probably has spawned a previously unseeable hotspot in this room, or in this area, from which to find a key. It's been a really long time since I've seen adventure game design that bad. I don't think I've seen that actually ever. Like, I'm rolodexing my mind to like Monkey Island 1 and 2, Full Throttle, all of these old school extremely hard games, you know, Police Quest, whatever. Yeah, so exploring was pointless until you check the locked door. That is bad. At least it's a self-opening door. That's a little bit less bad than I was fearing, but it has absolutely done the thing that it creates a hotspot into a room you've already explored because you looked at something else. The prime example, again, is the tie on the chair in the funeral home. I remember so hard that I was like confused that it's not a hotspot because we were about to put a tie clip on the corpse. We just hadn't found the corpse yet. I was like, it's so well lit, it's a tie, it's like so conspicuously there. I was like, why is that not a hotspot? And then it becomes a hotspot later when you see the corpse. It's like, oh, that is bad. Whoever thought that's a good idea, again, we need to switch these people out to different projects if they can't learn through this. Like,
First Thomas, then Richard.
And this many games.
Before I knew it, I was looking for a bunch of strangers. At least sadness was still with me, in a way.
As opposed to how you were not looking for strangers before. But like, this many games in from the same team. Yeah, sure, people have, you know, the team names stay the same, the people change, but the team has made a lot of games by this point. These sorts of mistakes should not occur anymore. Like, the insta-kill thing is at least a terrible choice. It's probably not a mistake, it's just a horrible garbage piece of crap game design decision that just they don't realize is the exact wrong thing to do. It's the thing that destroys their game every single time, and they just apparently don't know that. But the creation of hotspots after you've seen another hotspot in a really nonsensical way, making exploration pointless and aggravating in a weird way, and yet still important because you still need to find the things all over. It just makes you need to go through all of the exploration once, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in the same place when you just find a one thing. It's horrible. That's a terrible choice. Terrible choice. And that's a mistake that they need to root out. Did I play RDR2? Yes. I made an entire video about it, actually. It's, if you go look for it on the YouTube channel, I have a really, really long and detailed opinion piece on it on the YouTube channel. It should be in like the opinion pieces play list or so and so. It's like a why Red Dead Redemption 2 is disappointing. A good game, but it's disappointing because it has issues that I feel are unforced errors and game philosophy choices that I think are
Oh god, it's everywhere.
in the wrong
How
direction.
many people died here?
This blood doesn't look super old. Blood gets really dark really quickly. So this kind of looks wrong. Like, if this blood is older than, like, I don't know, a day, it should be quite dark, not anything like this. I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption 2, but it had issues that kept me from really loving it. Whoa, it's running pretty badly here. Oh, wow, what was that? Ooh, unnecessary, what's the deal with this? See? Like, why couldn't you just, like, have the camera, like, move around just fine? Why is this here? I realize Silent Hill 2 also has camera angle changes. It's sometimes kinda not great. But we're in a game in 2022. Well, this was made in 2021, but yeah. Why do you have this? Like, why? Like, you can clearly move the camera. Like, you're moving the camera at an angle right here. Why do you need this sort of a thing here? This is so distractingly weird. Yeah, I played RDR2 on... Ooh. I forget if it was Xbox One Basic or Xbox One X, but yeah, same generation. Good looking game, damn sure. It is beautiful. Beautiful, for sure. Yeah, this blood looks really wrong. Like, not only is the coloring wrong, but that spray thing just makes no sense, even, like, gravity-wise. Like, it's more like a blood puddle, but it's on a wall instead of a ground. It's so odd. Oh well. It's you.
The nurse. She did it. She killed them all. It was like something possessed her. Is that really what you want us to put on record?
It's what I saw.
The nurse. But how? Why?
I would imagine that militia is no longer a thing in, like, current day Polish, or in Poland. I would have to imagine it became just police, just like in every, but like, yeah. Militia is like it's like the Soviet/Russian, like, a police force. Usually considered a lot less straight shooters than usual police in anywhere else, basically. But that's the police in Soviet Russia and just Russia. And indeed, Poland was a part of the Soviet Union way back when, so... Wait. No, it wasn't. Sorry, no, it was like... Oh, hold on. No. It was, conquered by the Red Army, but it still remained a state in name, sort of. Like, it was under Soviet control, but it was still a state. Yeah, sorry. But they still had the militia from the Soviet Union in there, maybe. Yeah, sorry. For a hot second, I totally misspoke. Yeah, no. Poland was one of the countries where that was under this thing called the Warsaw Pact, where the Soviet Union effectively like stated what goes on politically in like the Eastern Bloc countries, right? Including Poland, you know, what are the other ones that are not like complete, like still not part of the Soviet Union? Hungary, I think, was one of them as well, and so on. And that's what that is. So basically, if Poland or Hungary or something wanted democracy, in like after the World War II, but before 1990, basically, Soviet Union would basically send their tanks into the streets of that country to be like, nope, no democracy for you, blah, blah, blah. And I believe, from this, I'm guessing that the militia was also the police force of these countries within that time frame. I didn't actually know that, but that's what I'm reading from here. It wouldn't make too much sense to have like this sort of a thing in Poland if it wasn't the case there as well then. But yeah, it was not a part of the Soviet Union. That's me just like brain farting for a hot second. Sorry. Is that another insight?
Let me be frank.
Or Steve.
This case is problematic. My superiors want it to go away. I want it to go away. You can see how your statement complicates that? Comrade?
Comrade.
Yes, I understand.
I speak that
Some
in the
things don't
American
just
accent
go away.
because...
They stick. They echo.
Mm-hmm. Alright. A lot of climbing spots, but... Right. There's a lot of these, like, look at thing that doesn't have anything things, which are a little strange. Like, even in the inside, it doesn't show anything. Like, it's a curious visual, don't get me wrong, but it's not... It feels like there's something, like, substantively missing from these scenes. Like, it looks cool, don't get me... Like, absolutely it looks curious, interesting, messed up, whatever, but... I feel like there should be some sort of a statement about this, like a thing to examine, something that you can see in like the inside thing to tell you something. It's just like, here is a scene, and then just like move around in it, and it doesn't tell, like it. There's no statement there, it just is. Like, I'm confused, why is this not part of just the overall exploration of the world? Like, why do you need to like press X to look at this scene that you can't interact with? We've had like 5 or 6 or 7 of these by now in the game, and I'm not sure. I feel like these are lacking something. It makes the game kind of feel superficial, you know? Alright. Or the game interaction, at least. Hello. Again, that coat looks so obviously like a hotspot. And yet it isn't. And I wonder if it becomes one later. And I can't jump into the Ghost World because it's not a Ghost World thing anyway. Mafia Remaster. I should play that. I haven't played that one. I played Mafia, I played Mafia 2. And the original one, and I remember liking it a lot. First one I never played on the PS2. I have the remastered first one, I think. So I should probably go have a look at it at some point. I heard good things. And I feel like I as I think about it, I don't think I've ever played a proper bad, like a crime open world game. Like, you know, GTA's 4 and 5, even with the issues of 5, and not a bad game. No, not at all. It's just I couldn't get into the characters. um, Sleeping Dogs, indeed Mafia 2, the Godfather games, Saints Row games, so on. They've all been good, in different ways too. Should probably get into that one. Alright, was this door open before? And why did I go... Why was the... why was this swimming pool a place to go, but... I'm wondering if the door opened only after I went to the swimming pool. It probably was. Considering how this game kinda operates. Why can I... What? So I can move the trash can there, but I don't have anything yet to interact with here. This again stinks of a place where a hotspot comes after. I don't like it. This doesn't feel right. Didn't like Mafia 3. That's actually fair. I've heard Mafia 3 was a weaker game. I haven't played it though, so... And I don't think I own it either. Simply because I didn't hear good things about Mafia 3. So I felt like I've seen Mafia 3 be like 10 euros a million times. But again, like why would I spend 10 euros on a game I'm probably not gonna play because I haven't heard good things, you know?
Cover your nose. Try not to look at them. The sooner we're done, the sooner we can get out of this place.
Definitely didn't need to feel that.
Interesting. For all my frustrations, though, I'm pretty much into the visuals in this place. Though they're interesting. Like they have that like East European sadness to them, but it's somehow a little less. This sounds weird. I'm trying to think of a better word, but for some reason it looks less grimy than in the other games. But in the other East Euro games I've played, even though it's all grays and I don't know how to explain it, but this looks more. I don't know. My dearest, I wish this was it. The moment I pluck up the courage and actually send this one. Seems so easy, just throw it in the mailbox. Then why can't I? Someday, I promise. I love you with all my heart, F. Alright. To Josephine Wozniak. Mirkov 5, 16, 356, maybe Poland. I understand why, but I do find it pretty. You know how you're the disconnect of like you have a game or a movie that's set in Poland or Russia or whatever, and you see all these characters talking English in English or American accents and so on. That's, it's kind of the price we pay for sometimes getting into that media. Like I could probably watch a movie in Polish and have just subtitles and that's fine. But like in games, like when I played Metro, I need the like Russian characters speaking English because that's just how I for some reason learned to play games. That's fine. For some reason I find it curious though that a Polish person is sending a letter. Not the fact that it's written in English, that doesn't strike up at me, but the address that they write their own country, Poland, instead of what it is in Polish. So, it might not be Polska, because the fact that it says so on the stamp might be a different, like a different, what's the word? A different case of the word, like Polish instead of Poland or whatever. But yeah, many people don't like Mafia 3. Yeah, I heard basically not like pretty average reviews at best. All right, let's check the next door and see what's what. All right. So far, so we'll see. Okay, what's this? Oh, right, and I suppose Francis is also sending the postcards because it's F. Francis, what am I supposed to do with you? Once Neva shut down, you begged me to keep you on, said you needed time to sort things out, said you could be useful. But now I know you're just using me as an excuse. Like those letters you keep writing. I know you never sent a single goddamn one. Okay. Family's doing good. Mr. Rekovich. I'll probably go home this next spring, summer at the latest. Who are you kidding, Frank? Hell, as long as you're here, I can at least keep an eye on you. Make sure you don't get hammered and pass out in a snowdrift. Guess it's the least I can do. Good old Frank. Too scared to live, too stubborn to die. Sometimes I feel guilty using you like this. But then I remember, I need all the help I can get. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I can still sneak in this, like, not yet sneak section spot, although maybe it becomes a sneak section, you never know. Let's hope it doesn't.
Hey, Marianne. You look like shit.
I mean, fair. I don't have a 4K TV yet, but I gotta say, the graphics look quite, almost pixely at points. Like, murky and not as good as I sort of hoped. What's up with all these locked doors and just nothing to...
Are those bolt cutters? Might be useful. If only I could reach them.
If only. Again, these sort of like look around scenes, like, it's odd. Like, you don't need to be able to look around this. It just gives it a false impression that there might be something to see, but there's not. I'm not saying that's the most safe spot to try and climb, but you could try and climb that and grab the bolt cutters, like, if you really wanted them. Okay, so I'm gonna bet you something. Now that we've seen the bolt cutters, the game will magically create a hotspot somewhere in what we've already explored. Oh, hello.
Whoa. Sadness? How did you... Ah, shit!
She has a mouth on her. Follow the spirit trail. Oh boy. Right. So that door was not a hotspot before. I don't like that. They should be a thing already from before, you know? Many are waiting for Stalker 2. That's true. I've never played a Stalker game, but I've heard good things for sure. And I'm under the impression that there's a lot of high hopes on Stalker 2. I probably will play it when it comes, eventually at least.
Hey! Wait up! Come on, Slowpoke! I've got an idea. We're gonna show that weirdo. What are you gonna do?
There were some kids here.
There were indeed. Oh boy. And at least one of them died. Ooh, I wonder if the coat will now be a hotspot.
Hello? Anyone?
Oh, I can try, yeah. I kind of have a really long list of games to play, like all of the Yakuzas, all of the stuff, so it's... We'll see. Like, I could play the old Stalkers, but... And I'm... honestly, I would be interested to, but it's... My backlog is so big, I kind of just have given up on just, you know... Adding more to it sounds like a lot of, broken dreams and regrets. Yes. A lot of insights bits, right, like, back to back.
Ready or not, here I come.
Uh-huh.
That voice.
Come on, hurry!
Right. Oh. That's weird. I feel like that is really leading you, into the... Hold on. Into the wrong, like, spot to climb up. That's pretty dumb.
What? No. It's fine. I'm sure they're here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
No. Bernard wouldn't do that. He's nice. Ugh, she's talking to herself again. What a freak.
Hey, don't talk about her like that.
Shut up, Bernard.
Huh? Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Let's go, let's go. Already checked the fence, that's not it.
Shh.
Alright. This kind of creating hotspots is ever slightly different, in that it involves using the specific power you have. That's at least a step better than just like adding a hotspot in the like everything else being the same, you know? That's not as bad at all.
Shh. Here she comes. Guys? Come on. It's dark in here. This isn't funny.
I really don't think we should.
Shut the heck up, Bernard!
Guys!
Ugh. Kids can be such assholes sometimes.
I wonder if they could have like conveyed all of this with less items and less walking though. Like it feels a little like just slow, if that makes sense. I'm trying to like oddly paced. Like walk half a minute, get item, walk half a minute, get item, walk half a minute, get item, and just here like I'm not saying give it all in one dialogue scene, but I feel like
You want to show me something?
I feel like there's just space for just having a little bit less of this.
What the hell?
I do feel like this locker could have been openable before. It looked back at me.
Snowdrop, huh? Why does that sound familiar?
Good question.
Oh.
Alright, so use the cat in the mirror, apparently. For a hot second I thought these looked like coins, but I think they just might be like smoothed out like big screws to put the locker in place. I've assembled a locker in my time, but the ones we made, we didn't like a screw or bolt into the ground. They were just fine as is. Okay, I think we're good. Mirror time. Let's
As
go.
I got closer to the mirror, I felt a slight tug in my pocket.
I get it.
I could tell there was more to that figurine than just carved wood.
That's fascinating. They really hold your hand in a really simple and obvious puzzle to use the cat into the mirror. But all of the other really garbage puzzles that like stick you in place for hours, there's zero help there. That's fascinating. Because with that drawing, it was obvious from the get-go what to do with the cat. That's so weird.
I can feel it.
I know, stop it,
calling
come
out
on.
to me.
Also, wait.
Locked.
Yeah. I mean, you could break the windows, but, you know, we're a good ghost medium, yes. And don't even have to use the cat in the mirror, it just happens. Whoa. That is interesting, why it holds your hand like that. Yay, I'm in the spirit world again. More fail states. Let's go. Oof, that's graphical poppin'. Oof, yikes. Like, I have a Series X.
It was the first time that had ever happened.
It shouldn't be, like,
I touched the mirror and crossed over to the other side.
Yeah, but you've still been on this side many, many times, yes?
What the hell is this place?
Well, at least the achievements make me feel a little bit better while playing this. Like, I'm getting gamer score, yay! What do you mean, what is this place? Is that what you said? Like, what? Right. Bear with me. So, that's fine that she has never, like, transported herself into the ghost realm through a mirror. That's fine. But the question she's asking, what is this place? From how she tells it, she's been in this place, like, in and out, in the ghost world since she was a child, yes? So... what do you mean, what is this place? That's just the wrong question, yes?
Oh, shit. The cat! It stayed on the other side. I'm stuck here.
Oh, okay. But that's on you. I put the cat in the pocket and the... Couldn't you just solve your own problems, lady? I went to get the cat, and then that's on you that you did.
Please, Mommy!
I don't want to watch Pikku Kakkonen. It's so bad. Yes. Okay. Left or right? Do we have ideas?
Oh, God. What happened to you?
I mean...
Wait. I know you. You were that boy. Bernard, was it?
Well, I'm glad that you
He was trapped there, just like I was. I knew his name, but somehow that wasn't enough to send him away. It was like a part of him was missing.
Should I know what, like I was means, or... Right, Razor Blade is not the answer. How does using anything into the open mouth help in... Okay. But why is Bernard like a statue instead of a person? Is it, oh well, maybe the people who stay here for long become statues or something. Hi. Uh-huh. Oh, wait.
All these people, they weren't just killed. Their spirits were ripped apart, broken beyond repair.
Okay.
Maybe I can find the one Bernard's missing. I need to look around.
Okay, if you say so. I feel like I have questions, but I'll just refer to the expert
A
here.
spirit well. I could use some of that energy.
Yes, it's just like drinking Pepsi Max. Yes, when you drink it's like from a spirit well. Yes. I don't know what prompted me to do that, but sure.
That cat figurine was the key. I can't pass through without it.
Imagine the story ending like, oh, and then Marianne was stuck here forever, the end. Because I would kind of accept that ending right now. Okay, cool.
Hey, that's where those bolt cutters are. So close, and yet so in a different reality.
On one hand, I'm really trying to hold my suspension of disbelief that the bolt cutters leave like a white aura spirit, whatever, into the ghost spirit world. Whereas basically nothing else does. Apart from like maybe some walls. In a very roundabout way, and those walls become like skulls and porous surfaces and whatever, like flesh, whatever, and so on. But it's true enough that I haven't been explained the ins and outs of the rules of the ghost world, so maybe the ghost world holds specifically people who haven't moved on. In both moving like humanoid form and in just statue form that stops moving. And it also mimics mostly the existence of walls. Those three things. Lost souls, souls who are too lost, walls, and specifically bolt cutters. Those four things. Or basically three things. Lost souls, walls, and bolt cutters are the things that the spirit world is for. That's what is there. Only these three. Everything else from the real world is not in there. Only lost souls and bolt cutters. Great, good. I feel like we're learning something new every day. Yes. Right. So, who wants to... let's open a flesh door. Let's go. Hopla! Man, I wonder who thought it was a great idea to make this so long. Like, it got a bit old the first time around. Come on. I mean, it's gonna be a jump scare eventually. I know, but, like, still. It might be one now. Moths and all. Okay, so... I can still sneak in here, just... I'm curious that the sneaking is not contextual, because running is contextual. I can run here too, but I can't run in some other corridors, because the game doesn't feel like running is okay. Ah! Maybe... Well, that doesn't really help, huh? Oh, wait. I just realized. Maybe the... Oh, hello. Maybe the soul shield or whatever is how much energy I have in my arm. Maybe that's why I sometimes make it and sometimes I don't. Please tell me they're away for a long time.
This was yours, wasn't it, Bernard? It's about time you got it back.
Okay. Cool. That all? I don't see any other hotspots. Why is your face in a pillar like 3 dozen meters away? Oh. Sorry. Lost souls, bolt cutters, and wheelchairs, apparently. Although I'm not sure the wheelchair is exactly there in the real world, but... okay. Let's go. Bernard! I have your face! So I can laugh in your face! Yes. Alright, so here we go.
I'm sorry you had to go through all this. It's time for you to find peace. Bernard.
Thank you.
What a strange... Well, dream worlds be strange. What do you want from me?
It kind of looks like the one I used to get through the mirror. Feels like it, too.
Yeah, yes, I know what to do with it, thanks. Yes! But... Oh, come... You changing camera angles on me, come on. Uh-huh. Great. Again, because of that change of camera angle, I almost died, and I almost went to a main menu screen. Well, a continue screen for that. Which, again, why would you do that? Oh, hi. Anything else to look at? Don't seem like it, no. Okay.
What? No! No!
Little girl. Where is she? Ready or not, here I come.
Well, credit where it's due. They managed to make this even worse somehow.
What the fuck? How?
But he
I
did
couldn't
say
believe
Twitch, so I feel like I should make a
thing
pun about
could
that.
Travel between worlds.
Like me.
There was no escaping it.
Except turning off the game. I feel like that would actually escape from it. Just
There's those bolt cutters again. Gotta be a way to reach them.
imagine the game moving on from here and just you never got the bolt cutters. It was all just a red herring. Right? I feel like, you know, if I made a parody game of a horror game, I think that's what I'd do. Examination room. Oh, goody.
Great. Another mirror.
Cool. A phone with a thing. It's like the whispering is cueing me in. How exact do you want to get? There you go.
New details have emerged. The situation may be more complicated than we expected.
Oh no.
No time to explain. You'll get the full report once I get back. Just leave it to me, comrade.
Very meticulous of you, comrade.
Mm-hmm. Door?
Locked.
I feel like there's been like 5 locked doors I haven't found the keys for, and we never actually, now that I mentioned the bolt cutters joke, I feel like there's 3, 4, 5 different locked doors that like have the interaction opportunity to do like to go in your inventory, go like, I've got nothing, indicating that you'd need to get a key. I never found a key, and we just moved on. Like, it just leaves these interactable use thing on thing locks in the game, and we never address them. That's so odd. What the hell?
Oh god.
Drawing. Give. That seems healthy, it's fine. I feel like that's totally just perfectly just excellent and just I feel everything's perfectly okay with this.
I love the idea of this game.
Sorry, Greenfire, I love the idea as well. I have huge frustrations with the execution, but the idea has a lot of potential if it just gets just a bunch of improvements on it. Thank you for the subscription! 2 months! Holy crap! Thank you so much. I promise, I've had such a day with the insta-kills of this game that I've been losing my mind, and that honestly soothes my soul so much that I feel like I'm causing some sort of just content worth something. Thank you so much for that. It really honestly makes my day. Thank you. Spooky, yes, you did. My alerts are very sudden. Alright. But yeah, I had such, like, especially in the beginning, I was really intrigued by the game. But it has so much of that insta-kill, runaway, sneak away garbo that it's just like, ugh. So it's like,
Oh no, there's
great,
more of them.
great potential, but unfortunately it kind of sinks into the insta-kill, go back to main menu, try again form of non-horror, which is always frustrating to see. But the visuals, even as I'm frustrated, the visuals are really cool as concepts though.
What has it done to you?
It made them sing in a choir? Oh, Hosianna Davidim Poika, and such. It's, yeah.
No names, no faces, no way to help them.
Well, strictly speaking, that's a face, I think, but I think I know what you mean.
Torn apart. Just like Bernard.
Oh, okay. Right, I'm... Okay, send away souls of victims... And when does the apparition come and chase me again? Or the demon, yes. Oh boy, come on.
Nothing here. At least, not in this world.
Okay, hold on. Haha!
There we go.
Aha! Exam room. Here we go. But how has your weekend been, Asari? How has your week also been? And Asari, I hope your week and your previous days have been not too hot, not too cold, just medium. Because yes, it's the medium. See, ha. Honestly, I was half expecting us to never open that door, because I feel like there's like 5 locks we haven't opened that behave the exact same way. It's so odd. And we just left them behind. So weird. Hello. Do I need to... Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Wait. The examination room was locked from the inside. Oh, that's... Whoa, okay. Like a 2-way locked door. Alright. Mirror, again. I'm kind of worried I'll miss postcards or collectibles and such, but I probably will miss one or two anyway, I guess. Ooh, that looked not really natural, but oh, okay. Good. Birthday on Saturday. Oh, cool. Well, happy before birthday. Damn. I hope it is an excellent birthday on Saturday, and the entire weekend is all festivities and fun and just cake and stuff. Yes. Do I need to go back into the other world, or are we... I think I do. Okay, hold on. Boy, good way to get disoriented, huh? There's something... Oh, it's not highlighting the handle of the thing. It kind of looked like it would. Okay. I kind of forgot the hold...
You keep me full.
Hold breath button.
You keep me warm.
Come on, go away.
Sunlight.
I hate these sections. Also, I'm
It's
getting...
like a glove. Just let me try you on.
Nah.
Let me eat you up.
Come on, game, please. Not this. Not like this. Good food, exactly.
Not one bit. I'll eat you up. Just like the others. All of her little friends.
Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away.
Parties.
Go away.
She's alone.
But I like tea parties if it's like good,
Alone.
like if you can have Pepsi while doing the tea party.
Left.
You know?
She's mine.
Camera angles, please.
Won't. Don't worry. We'll all be together soon.
Cake and cheap bubble. Yeah. Sounds good.
It all ends in me.
Okay, could you like, yeah, like, go
I'm
through...
getting close. That woman was here.
Oh, it was a woman. Good for you. I didn't, I didn't gender the, like,
Oh,
dried up
she was a
statue.
ballerina?
Okay.
This room has Guy written all over it. In big sloppy letters.
But it was a ballerina lady. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Nice card. Was Vivienne one of your stars?
Eugene Denisek, the impresario of stars. Hold one's breath reminds me of the game Detention. That game's... Oh, I haven't played that one. Yeah. All of the one-word horror games really, like, mush up into a single entity in my mind. Like, I constantly keep, like... I haven't played any of these, but I feel like there's all, like, Detention, like, then there's something like, oh boy. Like, all of these Iction games, you know, Detention or Inviction or, like, something along these, there's like 5 different games of that name, basically. And they're all in the same brain space, and I can't keep them apart. Inscription and, like, there's that one that's on Game Pass, I forget what that one is. Like, there's so many games with that kind of a name, and they're all, like, first-person or third-person or whatever horror games from, like, But I'll try to remember that one.
Okay, last one. I can barely feel my wrist. I don't care. I just want to go to bed. I need to be alone.
Wait. Please tell me there's a really, really involved ballerina move that involves the wrist. And that's the Oh, she's doing autographs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay, that's a relief. Okay, for a hot second I thought the game was going into some pretty weird subject material right there. Oh, right. Yeah. Right, good. Like, you know, because this is the place of the, like, impresario of the, like, the person who's, like, running the ballerinas, the guy. And how it was, like...
Okay, last one. I can barely feel my wrist. I don't care. I just want to go to bed. I need to be alone.
Like, that kind of made it sound like it's late in the night, and she just wants to go to sleep, right? And they're in the guy's room, and she can't feel her wrist, and she's been doing it a lot, and I'm like, wait, what? Right, okay, good. Yeah, right, mm-hmm. Oh, right, yeah, right.
Vivienne? Just Vivienne?
Well, it's
No. Probably just a stage name.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Vivienne.
Mm-hmm. The DLC of the Ninja Turtles history is good. Okay. I'll try to remember that.
That name, it's everywhere. But that wasn't the real you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This wasn't her room. I'm guessing her manager's?
Can I press the thing?
There. That's her room. Someone couldn't even let her have her privacy.
Yeah. For a hot second, I thought there was even a lot less privacy. Oh, boy. So... I'm getting real, like, it's, again, a map of this stuff would be so helpful. I'm really, like, I'm having really, real trouble of, like, keeping in my head, like, where I am in the grand space of things. Please, no more sneaking.
This is where it happened. Of all the places.
I actually allowed myself to believe that there would be no more sneaking after, like, the part where he was invisible, because I think that's where the achievement, for some reason, appears if you've gone that far without, like, alerting him, I think. But...
You? What are you? No! Get out! Ah! No!
No, not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
Yep.
And still no name.
Yep.
There's gotta be something.
I'm sure there is. Wait, oh, yeah, I can just go here and just find her name here. Yeah, good.
Okay. Let's find out who you really were, Vivienne. Huh. A page was torn out. I can't make out the numbers.
George's house, 69898, Mum, 899543, Neva Resort, 1235, 5896 for something else. Nothing else here. If you want good spooks, yeah, White Day, a labyrinth named Skull. Have never heard of that one, though. I'll need to try and keep it in mind, because good spooks is always good spooks. I just... In horror games, what I'm looking for is, yeah, you know, atmosphere, story, good spooks, yeah. What I do not want is sneak sections, and especially, not instant kill failed states, not instant kill game overs. They make a horror game, in my books, immediately go from potentially something into a 0 out of 10. Like, they lose all of their value in my mind, because then they become only an exercise in frustration, and there's nothing to be gained from them, because frustration is the complete antithesis of being scared. It's only frustration, and then just like hate playing the thing you're playing, and then you just hope for the end credits, and you just don't care at all. It's really brutal, but like that's kind of how it is. Like, if you don't care about the horror game you're playing and you're only frustrated, like what's the value, you know? And every single insta-kill thing in horror games just take out all of that value. And still, 99% of all horror games have that. It's so baffling. It's so baffling why they do that. This one included. Oh, hello.
I guess one of these names belongs to your true self. But which one is it?
And you're completely sure that's not some sort of a really twisted pet collar? I don't know. Ellie and Tori. Okay. Nothing else here? And again, I can't... Oh, hello.
Partial numbers. One of these must have meant something to her.
Wait, can I just use it on the...
There. A bunch of numbers, some would say. But I sensed there was a lot more to them.
Don't take off the gender in White Day. I'll try to remember. My memory's pretty bad, but we'll see.
Oh my god, Ellie! I thought you were... No, I'm really happy to hear from you. Why didn't you call sooner? You did? But... Eugene, that slippery son of a bitch.
Ellie. She was very special to her. You don't need to be a medium to see it. So, if you were talking to Ellie, that means... Tori. It's you. The real you. That's your name.
Alright.
It made sense, really. A name is more than what everyone calls you. It's what you feel yourself to be.
I don't. I'm not sure, like, I really sometimes am like, I don't recognize my name really well. It's kind of weird.
Hello? Oh, hey. Are they asleep? It's fine. I know you're busy. I'm busy too. Yeah, it's tomorrow. The big day. Yep. Thanks. I'll see you home. Kiss them for me, okay?
Not exactly a hotbed of passion.
Considering how Western the voice actors sound, I'm wondering if this would have been better suited to, like, take place in, I don't know, 90s upstate New York or something?
Yes.
Like, it's a little distracting.
Yes, Mother, I know. I'm doing my best. What? No, Well, what about my hard work? It's not always about you. Don't call me Victoria. You know I hate that.
Victoria. That was her given name. But not the real one.
Huh.
Not to her.
Interesting. So she does kind of have, I think, the same problem as I do. Oh, curious. Although, I'm not sure I have a called name either, I just don't have one.
Hello? Yes, this is... Vivian. Room 347. I want to make a complaint. There was a man here. Yes, from the hotel staff. Frankly, I think I smelled vodka on his breath. He... What? That was the Chief of Staff? You know what? Never mind. Thank you.
Well, it's a stressful job, I guess.
I guess. I was just curious, like, does that count towards some sort of a thing in the in-game? And I was curious about, like, if I can find background lore, I will, you know? Just trying to explore to my full. Actually, have I got... Wait, hold on. Okay. So... Do I just, like... Oh, hi. Please tell me it just loops back nice and clean and I can just move on.
I'm not gonna lie, it felt good. Putting that curse of mine to good use. Moments like that used to keep me going. Now, I'm not sure anymore.
I'm still having trouble getting a feel for when she stops talking. It's so weird. I don't really have that problem, I think, before. Not, well, maybe a little, but not like to this extent. Like, every single time the game starts talking, I always think she stopped, and then I try to speak, and then she continues, like, ah! Every time. It's so weird. I'm not sure why that happens. Is it like from the place, like from the delay of the subtitles, or like from how the voiceover is done, or what? It's so odd. I don't know why. Anyway, yes. Sorry, yes. It's set in Poland. Yes, in 1999, or such, and that's kind of the reason I sort of mentioned that, because it's. I usually don't like grab too much into the notion that they are speaking English and even in, you know, maybe American accents in, you know, a different country. It's weird, but usually I can look past that, right? But this game has so many references to Poland. It has like a million billion Polish stamps. The Polish crest is everywhere. In like half of the rooms have like a Poland crest on them. The like eagle with the one head and the blah blah blah. Instead of the two heads, it's a whole thing. So, and I'm just wondering, and they have like the reference to the militia in one or two of the flashback background lore sequences. But I'm just wondering, like, are we sure that that's a good choice and meaningful to the overall, like, proceedings? Because the drawback of that is that now we need to constantly hear this English accented, or, well, American accented voice acting from these people who say things like, yup, and as in yes, all the time. And it's getting more and more distracting because it just feels out of place. It's so heavily pushing itself into being Poland as the setting, and the voiceover is so not fitting to that, you know? Like, even the Metro series has the good sense for the people to speak in Russian accents when it goes into English. And indeed, you have the option to do... I mean, it might have the option for that, like, audio here as well, for the Polish one. But what I'm saying is, the English audio in Metro games have the Russian accent to them. In this one, I could probably look past it if it wasn't so heavily like Poland, and then they just get into these quite deeply American accented and speech mannerisms voiceovers in every character, and it's getting more and more distracting. And like the postcards have the English speaking address of Poland and not the country by its own name. Like, example, if you put a postcard into Sweden, right? The English word for Sweden is indeed Sweden. Yes? Sweden, right? But a Swedish person calls Sweden Sverige. Sverige, right? So it's kind of odd that this doesn't use the Polish version of Poland in the postcards, right? And all these things add up into just being disconnected from its own setting. And it's quite odd. It doesn't fit. And I'm wondering if the setting of Poland in 99 is so important to the story that it couldn't be set in a place that sounds like where the voices are from, you know? I'm thinking that might have been a better choice. Because so far the comrade this and comrade that isn't super meaningful to the story. It might end up being, but so far no. I hope I'm making sense. Wait, I've already gone through this mirror, I think. Please tell me I don't have to go all the way back to the corpse of Tori? Yes. Hi. Okay. Honey, I miss you a lot. I really hope you can join me soon. You would love it here. The weather is great. The sun is shining. The lake is beautiful. The people are nice. Nice and dead. All of them. Love. F. Francis, I think was the name. Like here. See, this is an example of what I'm trying to say. Here is a postcard sent from Niva, Poland, into a different place in Poland, right? And instead of the Polish version for Poland, it just says Poland as the country designation, right? But it still has like flavor text like Wzelki Prawa Zastra Zone or whatever. It's... I'm not saying every single thing needs to be in Polish. That's not what I'm saying. Like, the text being in English is perfectly normal video game language, right? That's fine. And that's correct. But my two things are, it sounds like it needs East European accents into the English voiceovers, and that. Like, it uses English versions of the countries, like, designation, Poland, instead of what it's supposed to be in Polish. I actually don't know. It could be Polska, it could be something along those lines. But it like, this stuff is disconnecting me from the world. It's almost like the story is taking place in an English, like, in like an American English vision of what they think Poland would be, but from the eyes of actually a Polish person all over. It's so, it just, no. I know it's a small thing, but it's really distracting me. It's such a disconnect, you know? Alright. I hope this is the examination room, yeah. And the corpses were, I think, there. This was the place for the bad dude. Alright, so the mirror from here, and we'll just hope it goes good. Ba, 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 ba. Hi. Which one of you looks like a lady? I hope you can tell, because I can't. Maybe this one, then.
It's okay. You can be free now, Tori.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. One down, one to go. Better get to it.
I mean, I love the altruism and all of her motives, but I'm still confused, like, why are we not home? Like, why are we here? I feel like we came here for no reason, and it just keeps going for no reason. Okay, wait, so is it still here, or in a different direction from that? Aha! Hold on. Ahaha. Give me a minute, I'll just explore a bit, look around, make sure there's nothing to Okay, that's the place to go. Give us a second. Just make sure there's nothing to give us a minute. Oh, okay. What about here? Oh, can't go in there. Okay. Oh, hello. This feels totally just healthy, artistic. I totally feel we shouldn't call a child psychologist. He just needs a little bit of just a pizza in her, and it's fine. Good night's sleep and a Pepsi Max in her face, and it's gonna be good. Yes, Harmo, hi, welcome. Glad to have you here. I hope I can't help myself. I hope your weekend and your week has been par excellence, and it hasn't been too hot. It hasn't been too cold. It's been just medium. Yes, because it's the medium. Yes. Do you want the honest answer or honestly, I've had a bit of a frustrating time. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you've seen me play these for long enough to know that I really cannot stand insta-kill fail states, insta-fail stealth sections in horror games in any form, and the insta-fails that throw you into a game over or you're dead and continue, or main menu, like a menu screen, which break the immersion. I feel like we probably have an understanding that I can't stand all those three, and this game has all those three, and I'm like, ugh. So, beautiful, inspired visual designs. I like the music at atmosphere, but those three things that are holding it back are really, really rough. So, I may have had a bit of a temper, an hour ago about this. Things were said. So yeah. But we're soldiering on. Yes. Seen this played before. Phenomenal aesthetic. Not a surprise. It's a pain to play. Yeah, that's kinda it. I'm so bummed out a bit though, because if this aesthetic was in a game without the three problems I listed, it would be so dreamy, Oh, how do you rate the spooks? Ooh, I think I've only had, there's been one jump scare so far, and all of the other stuff has been, atmospheric, if you don't count the insta-kill, chase sections and sneak sections. I don't think those count as, spooks. They're more rough gameplay sections, The one jump scare it had, I thought was actually really, really good. I wasn't expecting it, and it actually made me jump. So.
What are you? Stop!
It all ends in me. Yes. But so yeah, it's pretty sparse on spooks per se, but the one jump scare it had was actually quite good. So.
This is it. This is where he died.
Oh, okay, so the mask is where they die, and then the husk of a dried up ghost world body is where... See, okay, question. So what is the concept of where the body is sent? Because my first thought was the body was dragged there, but strictly speaking, the body was probably eventually dragged somewhere else because funerals and or crematoriums or whatever. So why does it stay in that part of the hotel and not at the graveyard or the crematorium or, you know? I guess I'm trying to bring logic into this place, but still. Oh, Limbo? Basically, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, I still need his name.
Also,
if only I could see the other side of this place.
Harmo, as you're listening to this like voiceover in English, right? I don't know if this is just me being a picky bad boy, but since there are many games that take place in in like a European, you know, like not English speaking country, and the people still speak English, that's not uncommon. Yeah, I know. But I feel like in most games that take place in like Russia or so on, the English-speaking people tend to have at least Russian accents or such and so. Like, you know, African people, Moroccan people have Moroccan accents, that sort of stuff, yes? Or South African people have South African accents, right? In this one, the game is really hard underlying the fact that this takes place in Poland. So far, it hasn't come up in the story in any meaningful way, but all the rooms have, like, Polish crests, and you find postcards about Poland and blah blah blah. And yet everyone speaks in American English accents, right down to their mannerisms, so that a Polish ballerina speaks to her friend in American English on the phone, using words like yup, to indicate yes. And it's really distracting to me that they are so deeply American in their voices, and the game so hard takes place in Poland in 1999. It's really strange. And if I can just... I wonder if I can pick up the memos right quick here. Eerie drawings, razor blades... Damn. Apparently I maybe need to go to the real world to give you an example of the postcard, but there's a bunch of postcards in the game that, like, are sent from Poland to Poland. And the country designation at the end of the address is, you know, number Poland, instead of what Poland would be for a Polish person, like, maybe it's Polska, maybe it's something else, but, like, it's not Poland in Polish, right? So it's really, it's distractingly strange. Like in the same way how Sweden is not Sweden for Swedish people. On a postcard, it's Sverige, not Sweden. So like, imagine the postcard just being addresses in Sweden. I don't know, it's so, I don't know if I'm just being bad about this, because, like, English is spoken in games, but like, it's so disconnected from the setting. It's so... It's weirding me out.
Some sort of a conference room.
I'm really not sure if I should be annoyed by it or not, but it's just disconnecting me for some reason. I don't know why. Or I don't know why it might not be disconnecting to me in other games, I mean.
I gotta go. The voting's about to start. You know what they say, if you're early, you're on time. No, I mean right now. I can hear them gathering across the hallway. Yeah, I'll let you know how it went.
That voice. That's the guy.
Which one? Thomas or Richard or what? I don't find it obtrusive, but that's probably because English is my native language. I can understand standardizing the language to a certain extent, but I do agree that having some authentic language, even just in the text, would seem better. Yeah, like, I'm really trying to, like, second guess myself, because there's a lot of games that are set in not English-speaking countries, and they still speak English. Like, Metro games are an excellent example, but in Metro games, you know, the Metros series, all the English speakers have a heavy Russian accent. It makes it feel more correct. Like, it's just, it's the same thing as, like, if you've seen The Hunt for the Red October, the movie, where Sean Connery, the Scottish Sean Connery, plays like a Russian nuclear submarine captain called whatever Ski, you know? Whatever Ski. And he speaks in his Scottish accent like, "Hello, I am the Russian captain of this ship, and I would like to humper and pumper," like, oh, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, that's in this game all the time. It's like, oh, what the hell? It's so, ooh, you know? Like, that's what I mean. I don't think games do that usually. They have like a localized sorta accent to the English, you know, at least usually, if it's so clearly set in a place so heavily, you know. Russia, Poland, South Africa, like in Far Cry 2, you know, it's set in an unnamed, something like South Africa, right? And the characters have around there, like, you know, Diamond Mines, South Africa, accent to their English, right? They don't speak like Texas oil barons. But in this one they do, and it's so like, oh, what the hell? Ah! It's so odd. I don't... Ooh. I feel like it doesn't usually go down that way, you know? Like, the voice acting sounds like it should be placed in upstate New York. And that's what's so distracting to me. And it just doesn't work. I hope I make sense, but yeah. And like the thing I'm trying to say about the postcards, just a really quick thing. So, oh boy, if you think of like postcards, right? At the end of the postcard, if you're sending this like from and to the country that it's in, or well, you know, the example I have is Sweden. It's in English, it's Sweden. Like on the bottom right of that postcard, it's number Sweden. Yes, or just Sweden and a number. But from a Swedish speaking person, it's Sverige, Sverige. So that. But in this thing, the postcard, the text is in English. That's fine because we need to read it. Yeah. But the text in the address bit is Poland instead of the actual what it's called in Poland, right? So it might be Polski or Polska or whatever. That's that. So the Sweden and Sverige difference, or in Finland you would like the postcard Finland would be, you know, Finland, but within like, but we call Finland Suomi, so it would be like, that's what I'm trying to say, because this is not sent from sent from outside Poland. It's from Poland to Poland, because that's a smaller problem. That doesn't bother me as much, but that's what I'm trying to say, that I feel like it's oddly localized, maybe even too much to a Western audience, and it's like distracting. Does that make sense? But I am willing to accept that the postcard bit is an odd thing to really thing. Yeah, the Sean Connery. I'm so glad I didn't realize about the Sean Connery example, but that's what it just popped into my mind, and it's just that's
An attendance list.
it's really really
I'll bet
distracting.
the name I'm looking for is here on this page. But which one is it?
Because like almost all of the smaller like East European horror games made by European horror games, like many games by like Wales Interactive or the other Bloober Team games, even like Layers of Fear or something, they have very similar voice acting to this, but it's not hard set in one specific country or town, I think, usually. So it's just, you can just place it wherever and the voice acting, it just fits whatever. But here, it's like, I promise, like, there were so many rooms before where we saw the Polish crest everywhere on the walls, and we get these Polish and, like, Poland postcards, Poland, just these posters on the walls, everything Poland, 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 and Krakow and whatever, all the time, and we're in a place called Niwa, with a double V, in Poland, I think probably in Krakow, and it just keeps hammering home that notion where we are, and these people are just like Texas oil barons, like, Harbury, yup, it's all good, yeah, yup, like, oh, it's so weird. It also doesn't help that we're looking for people like Bernard and Thomas. Oh, God damn it. When I hear a Welsh accent, I just smile. Nino Kuni. Oh, I smile at Finnish accent as well. Yeah. There's a couple of games that do Finnish accent crazy well. I mean, it's by Finnish people, so blah blah. But it's so good to hear. Wolfenstein 2 is one of them, and Control is another. Which, like, the actors are Finnish people, if that makes sense. You don't get to pull that joke on me, Harmok. I see you're not a yesterday's grouses, son. Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ. So for anyone not like, there's a character called Ahti the janitor in Control who has these Finnish phrases that are translated literally into English that make no sense. And one of them very early on is, quote, "I see you are not a yesterday's grouses, son." I'll explain the ins and outs of it later, but that's so funny. Okay, Chairman Boban, Henrik present. Baraka Waldemar, crossed out, absent, present. Wait, I need to look at that. Oh, yeah, so they are present. Okay, yeah, good. That's weirdly, like, worded out there. Jan Kucharski, present. Anthony Lutek, present after being crossed out for absent. Nicholas Okzarek, present. Halina Smok, present. Danuta Zydlo, present. Kristina Varga, present. Arthur Viedlok, present. And Boris Zelazo, present. Oh, okay. I gotta underline once more, especially because we have all these Polish names here. I'm really weirded out by the fact that we're looking for these deeply English-sounding names of people like Thomas and Bernard. Like, I suppose Thomas had a Polish last name, though, so I think that's fine. But Bernard, like, oi, what? Who? Bernard. Okay. How many Victorias does Poland have? I suppose some. Remember you being very fond of Ahti and the Line. Yep. Mm-hmm. I sure was. Alright, man, and moving on into the game. Sorry, we went on a bit of a rant and tangent there, but yeah. Man, sometimes I'm actually a bit terrified that one of the developers of the game actually sees my videos about these games, and like I say something that like strikes off as personal, because sometimes I get really angry at the insta kills. I know I don't like it, but sometimes I get a little, you know, I already checked that paper. That's fine. Nothing here. That paper is checked. Don't worry. Oh, there were numbers at the, so 5. Oh, I can just take off all of the chairs. Okay, why? There's something here.
I can't believe they sat me across from Boris. I don't care whose nephew he is. He's just a sexist pig for all I care. And late, as always.
You see, like, hear voice acting like that and tell, yes, it's in the east of Poland. Okay. Yeah, and sorry, it's very, very intentional to not translate well. That's the entire joke of Ahti the janitor, to like make it seem funnily confusing that he just translates them word by word. Like that's the actual in-joke of the whole thing, you know? It's so good. It's very, very intentional. It's so cool. I've actually considered if I would have the time and stuff to like get back into Control, like, at least on my own time, and then, like, do, like, a recording and, like, a translation video of all the Ahti, like, phrases, like, what do these mean, what's their point, and so on, you know? On YouTube. Like, maybe that would do like, really well. But it's a lot of work, but maybe it would work. I don't know. I need to see if there's a lot of that going around already, or if I can say something that hasn't been said already, or something. I don't know. That's cool. Oh yeah, it is. It's so good. Yeah, the task is really huge though, but I feel like it would be a meaningful way to use my skills, because I feel like there's, like, grand percentage of the people in the world, not a big percentage of the people in the world can do that sort of a video, because they by their language circumstances, they don't have the skill set to do that, but I do. So I feel like, even as I have a very limited amount of, like, mental illness capacity to do stuff, I feel like it would be a very sensible use of my skill set to do something for a video, so maybe. It would be many weeks of work, though. It's surprisingly much when you get into it. And yeah, that voice wasn't even a totally neutral newscast, so American English. That's, like, overpoweringly American. Yes. And that specific voice line was read by, I can hear, the exact same guy who was the husband in Layers of Fear 1. In the exact same accent as well. So, ooh. Because at least Layers of Fear 1 was set in, like, a nondescript, non-place, nowhere that looks like maybe it could be an American mansion, but who knows, you know? But this is like Poland, 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 and it's just like, sweet Jesus. Hello. Oh, I've already been here. I'm getting really distracted here about, like, my... Okay, there's gotta be something I need to do here, though. With, like the chairs and whatever. we have a phrase that translates as literally Jesus big, but kind of means Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, that's absolutely, yeah. I know that Russian has a bunch of phrases that sound offensively brutal, that are more or less kind of, well, harmless, like, just meanings to them. Like, I'm not sure I even want to say it out loud. It's so, like, whew. But it isn't actually that, you know? Like, Russian has those. It's a pretty hardcore language. I don't, like, speak Russian, but I know, like specifically that being the case. Just I've heard from a reliable source. Okay, so the three that are absent present are 1, 3, and 9. If that helps. Yes, exactly. Exactly, it's like, to non-speakers, it sounds like... Well, okay, so... how can I put this? When it can be harmless. Okay, I'll try to... Oh, boy. How do I put this? This came up. Okay, I'll build it up a little bit. This came up when the then Russian the head coach of Team Russia in ice hockey, a dude called Oleg Snarogs, who actually is Latvian, but it was like when he was born, he was a citizen of the Soviet Union because that's what it was. He was born in Soviet Union, but in the area of Latvia, you know? So Oleg Snarogs was the guy's name. He was the head of Team Russia. And he was already, like, under scrutiny for, like, not great conduct from time to time, like doing the cutting of the throat gesture and so on, which was a big no-no and so on. And there was this one presser... this, like, press, event with, I think, a different coach he was, like, talking to, like, a different guy. And he said, I forget the specific exact, like, it was either a fetus or a crib was the exact word. But let's put it, like, I think the wording might have been... Quote, okay. Imagine the word fetus in the blank, because it's so offensive I don't want to say it, like, in a complete, you know. I should have strangled you as a blank, is what he said, you know. The blank being, you know, the fetus. Yes, you understand? Good. And it turned out that the actual meaning of that phrase is essentially, I should have nipped it in the bud, is the actual meaning of that phrase. But that's the literal translation of what it comes out to. And it, for a hot second, it was a really big news story, like, what in the actual... And it, I see. That's what it actually meant. And, like, whoa. Jesus. So, that's what happened. I was like, oh, now that is a language. I can't move. Oh, do I just... Okay, one more. So, look only 1, 3, and 9 and see if that works. So... 1? Fuck. Sorry. Wait, which one is 1 if that's 2? Why is that 1? Okay, that's 1. That's 4. 9. 5. There's no 3. How do I... I can't push the chairs, I can't use anything on the chairs. Languages are fun. Oh, sure. I'm sure there's a code I need, but, like, I don't know where to... Like, there's no place to put the code into, as I can find, at least, yet. And I mean, interacting with the chairs surely has something to do with it, but there's no chair number 3. I can't find a chair to pick up. And another thing about this game, the puzzles. It has some pretty, just uncrackable puzzles, because the game is so finicky about how you solve them, or it asks simply stupid things from you. A couple of examples. In the early game, there was like a 2-square-kilometer parking lot, where the answer to the puzzle was just explore all of the parking lot. That's fun. It took forever until I found the thing. And then in some office, I had to, in a very specific manner, like this, with this insight button, find a thing. Which I had already found, but the game didn't give me credit for finding it, because I wasn't in the specific screen with the insight button to find it. And I was stuck because I thought I had already found it, and the game was just like, nope, we're staying here, and I'm like, okay. So yeah. Maybe I find it like the equivalent of the chairs through here. Again, this visual, those hands, they are so good. Imagine just a better game with these visuals. Like, I want one. I can go downstairs through that hole, but that's where I came from, though. I don't think that's... I think this is where the game, like, just told me to go to, yeah? That's just the... This is just this. Interestingly... hold on. I'm trying to remember if I found the death mask before... Hoping Scorn is decent. Oh! Yeah. If it ever comes out. I mean, the first time I heard about Scorn was like, what, 5 years ago? And it was like a lot of advertising back then, so... Yeah, I mean, I hate pixel hunting too, but at least in pixel hunting in hidden object games, it's still at least one screen, you know? I haven't played many pixel hunting, like, hidden object games, because that's a specific genre. But I've played a few, and, you know, they are... But it's still one... Scorn is like, how can I put this? Scorn is like a first-person horror shooter game that's been in development with a small team, or maybe a really small team for like ever. And it looks like this kind of a fleshy, red H.R. Giger kind of a thing. But it's been like advertised to be out someday, like for years and years and years. I think it's an indie game, maybe. So it's not like advertised in the big places, but just like you know, in smaller advertising campaigns.
Time for you to get some rest. You've earned it, Nicholas.
Thank you, madam.
You did it, Marianne.
Since when did I find out his name? Did I just like talk over a voiceover when she realized it was Nicholas? What? Because that was the whole thing with Victoria, like Tori, that I needed to find out her name in order to send the spirit away with the mask. I need the mask and the name. I found the mask, and then I went into the meeting room. Like, I'm sure it was one of the names on the list. Like, I'm sure it was one of the names on the list. Yeah, the one with the numbers and the list of names. I'm sure one of them was Nicholas something, but I don't think we ever got confirmation that it was him. Okay. I guess I shouldn't complain that I can progress in the game, but what?
Sent them away. To a better place, I hope.
Okay.
Hell. Anywhere is better than here.
Well, except hell, maybe, but... Okay, the game isn't attacking me actively right now, so I think this is a good spot for a quick bathroom break. Because, I really need one. I've been drinking a bit of soda, but not too much, but I still need a bathroom break pretty bad. It's been 2 hours, so, yeah. If you're willing to keep on, watching me going, I could still stream for a bit, but I need a bathroom break, and I'm doing a YouTube recording, so if you are watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed, and all that good stuff. Woo! Yay! Cool. See you in the next one.